Hello, good day. My name is Rani Kabrini Robert. Our topic for this blog is suicide. Suicide is preventable, but to prevent it, we must talk about it. Why my group and I want to blog about it? Because the World Health Organization 2019 has recorded suicide as the second leading cause of death among those aged between 15 and 44 in Malaysia. And recently, Malaysia has seen a rise in suicide cases or near suicide cases during the pandemic, as prolonged uncertainties have put many under immense distress. So, what is suicide? Okay, suicide is the taking of one's own life. It is a death that happens when someone harms themselves because they want to end their life. A suicide attempt is when someone harms themselves to try to end their life, but they do not die. Okay, now move to statistic of suicide in Malaysia. New Straits Times 2018 shows that there were more than 500 cases of people committing suicide or attempting suicide every year for the past 4 years, which are 2014 to 2018. Bukit Aman Criminal Investigation Department Deputy Director Dato Muhammad Zakaria Ahmad said 1,696 people died committing suicide, while 625 fell to end their lives between 2014 and 2018. The statistic shows that male are more likely to commit suicide than female. Of the fatal cases, 1,282 were male, while 414 were female. Cases are rapidly increased in 2019, where a total of 675 cases have been reported. In 2020, a total of 465 attempted suicide cases treated at the Ministry of Health has been recorded from January to June this year. National Fire and Rescue Department Operation Director Nur Hisham Mohamad said that June was their busiest month with 21 cases around the country. He said between March and July, the department had attended 88 cases. Most cases were in urban areas, with Selangor topping the list with 31 cases, followed by Kuala Lumpur 13 and Sarawak 7 and Johor 6 cases. So I hope 2021 will be a better year for everyone, especially those who are struggling with life.
Hello friends, my name is Muhammad Farhan Sazwan bin Mat Zahidi. Now I want to talk about suicide case in Malaysia. According to the 2019 National Health and Mobility Survey, in Malaysia, 500,000 people in the country are found to be experiencing symptoms of stress or depression. The COVID-19 pandemic and the movement control order of PKP also caused emotional stress following change in the work environment, such as having to work from home, losing source of income and employment, and worrying about health. The Royal Malaysian Police (PDRM) revealed that suicide case due to the high debt burden we report from March 18 to October 30. During the movement control order PKP enforced nationwide, the police record 266 suicide, with 25% of them due to high debt burden. Based on statistics record as well, on average, more than 30 people commit suicide per month and 1 person every day with 7 months of PKP. In addition, 24% of suicide cases are due to family problems, followed by household cases of 23% and another 50% due to love factor. Other causes of suicide including workload, hallucination, mental, mass media, and drugs. We record 13%. According to the state breakdown, Johor record the highest number of cases with 47 cases, followed by Selangor 39 and Kuala Lumpur 28, and the rest in other states. Most men were record suicide of 78%, while women is 22%. That's all for me. Thank you, friends.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. My name is Nik Muhammad Kamil Afiq bin Nik Suhaimi. In this video, at my part, I will continue and talk about suicide law and religion view. So, let we see about suicide law first. In Malaysia, if person fail to suicide, do you know that he will face criminal offense? Yes. Why? Why I thought that? Because our country, Malaysia, is one of country that still categories of attempt criminal offense. You want proof? I will give you proof. Let we see this section. The section has long aside in Penal Code or Kanun Kesihatan Akta 574 of our country. Attempt suicide is punishable by up to 1 year in prison or fine or both if found guilty. In your information, the section that I talk past has a side of our country, but now our country and world of work now still trying to change that section. We abolish this section. Why? Why they trying to abolish this section? Because many research found that main point or main reason suicide is people who attempt suicide must be considered to be under emotional stress and cannot be prosecuted under the penal code. Sure, those who have this problem must need help from medical aspect such as counselor, psychology, and others. We continue about religion view. As we know, all religion in our world was forbid the suicide. You want proof? I will give you proof. In Islam, Surah Al-Isra 33, A'udzubillahi minasyaitonir rajim. وَلَا تَقْتُلُوا النَّفْسَ الَّتِي حَرَّمَ اللَّهُ إِلَّا بِالْحَقِّ, means, and do not kill a human being who is forbidden by God to kill him as first for the right reason. While in Bible, suicide is also forbidden. This is based on the verse in Mazmur has said that my life in your hand. That means only God has the right to take someone's life. So, if we see this all statement show that all religion say suicide is the big sin. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Fidam bin Nizam. We continue what is the reason for the suicide case. Okay, the reason for the suicide case is because the individual who think of committing suicide has the characteristic of having a mental problem. Mental problem, on the other hand, often refer to emotional disturbance that cause a person to feel lethargy, sadness, fatigue, lack of energy, irritability, and loss of interest in daily activity. In addition, feeling of depression and trauma with negative decision, being a result of bullying, and frustration make all of this feeling led to suicide. Thus, this has caused a person to commit suicide. Okay, every human being will surely face various tests challenge us, will us how to live life. We trying to mention and balance mental health in one of the strong challenges. Okay, we focus on the cause of depression. Depression according to the Ministry of Health Malaysia in one of the case of the cause of the idea of suicide. Depression influences by individual start from emotion disorder. The depression patient with impression various type of negative thoughts such as feeling useless, irritable, depression, easy feeling anxious or feeling empty in the soul, and it is this accumulated feeling that mark individual easy to think of commission suicide. It thus be not that depression and stress are not the same problem. Individual who suffer from depression are more difficult to identify because internally they look okay, happy, cheerful, and healthy, but on the inside they are quite bad. Okay, that all for me. Okay, we continue to my next friend. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Chiu. So last, I'm going to talk about the warning sign and the prevention of suicide. Suicide is not a sudden thought. People often commit to suicide when they are alone and helpless after experiencing despair. People who have mental health problems have no obvious symptoms, and there is no instrument that can quickly tell us whether the test result is positive or negative. But its lethality cannot be underestimated. Warning signs are very important for us to identify someone who is planning or thinking of suicide. They are such as severe mood swings like depression, despair, loneliness, and also helplessness. Besides that, direct or indirect verbal expression such as "it's too pain to live," "I can't hold on anymore," or "I wish I was not born," or even someone who is talking about death or suicide plan in a serious or joking manner. In the other hand, like behavior performance such as loss of interest in daily life and looking for things that may be used in suicide, and also someone who having physical health problems and sleep problems. Preventing suicide has never been a solo act. Studies have shown that strong social and family support is protective against suicide. In fact, each of us has the ability to help those around us who are in emotional crisis. When we find that people around us have the sign of suicidal tendencies, we must not ignore them. We can express our concern and our company to them so that they can have an opportunity to express their feeling and relieve them. But in the same time, you should know that if you help people with suicidal tendencies, we must also pay attention to our own physical and mental state. It is recommended not to face it alone, but with the assist from other family members and friends together. Hence, family members, friends, or neighbors. It is also necessary for the government to prepare better mental health support for the people. They should ensure the public hospital and clinic have enough psychologists and professional counselors, and also provide more for privately established mental health related institution resource.